Assalamualaikum, my name is AMYLIA MAISARA binti Ahmad ZULKARNAIN. So now I would like to explain the introduction of small and medium enterprise in Malaysia context. Introduction. Small and medium enterprises, or known as SME in Malaysia, contribute greatly to the diversity and resilience of the national economy by operating across a wide range of sectors and industries, including manufacturing, retail, services, agriculture, and technology. They are present in both traditional and modern businesses. Areas help create a balanced and dynamic economic environment. So, what is SME? An SME, or small and medium enterprise, is a business that operates on a smaller scale than large companies with fewer employees and lower annual sales. In Malaysia, SMEs are defined based on their business sector, yearly income, or known as turnover, and number of workers. Now, without further ado, let's see the characteristics and the roles of SME in Malaysia.
Now, we will look into the characteristics of SME in Malaysia. They have three characteristics of SME, which are ownership, sizes, and limited resources. First of all is ownership. For SME in Malaysia are typically owned and independently operated by individual or business partner. These businesses are usually registered as sole proprietorship, partnership, or private limited company. Sole proprietorship is the most common form of ownership, especially among micro-enterprise, which will be explained in the next characteristic. The business ownership must be at least 51% owned by Malaysian citizens and operate within the country in order to qualify for any government assistance and support. This form of ownership makes the business structure simple and easy to control compared to large organizations. But to be recognized as a SME, a business ownership must be legally registered with Companies Commission of Malaysia (SSM). Second is sizes. They have three sizes, which are micro, small, and medium. These categories are determined based on two main criteria. First, annual sales turnover, and second, the number of full-time employees. Also, this classification is further divided into two main sectors. First, manufacturing sector. Second, service and other sector. For manufacturing sector, this includes physical production or transform raw material into finished good, while service sector is business that offers service rather than produce. And other sector more to agriculture, construction, mining, or quarrying. So, for first one is micro-enterprise. Micro-enterprise that very small operation and limited resources. Led to the manufacturing sector, there is defined as a business with annual sales turnover or less than 300,000 or having fewer than 5 full-time employees. While in the service and other sector, the criteria are the same as for manufacturing sector. Second size is small enterprise. Small enterprise is a more structured compared to micro enterprise. Small enterprise for manufacturing sector, the business has annual sales turnover range from 300,000 to less than 50 million, or the number of full-time employees range from 5 to 715. Then, for service and other sector, the business annual sales turnover range from 300,000 to less than 3 million, or the number of full-time employees range from 5 to 30. Lastly, we have a medium enterprise sizes, where represent a more significant scale of operation compared micro and small enterprise. For manufacturing sector, the annual sales turnover for business range from 15 million to less than 50 million, or the number of full-time employees range from 75 to 200. Meanwhile, for the service and other sector, annual sales turnover range from 3 million to not exceeding 20 million, or the number of full-time employees range from 30 to 75. So, if a business fulfills either one of the two criteria across the different sizes of operation, then the smallest sizes will be applicable. Lastly, for characteristic of SME is limited resources. Small and medium enterprise in Malaysia frequently have limitation in terms of financial, human, and technological resources, especially when compared to large corporations. This is particularly true for newly established business, as they usually lack a proven track record to gain the confidence of investor or financial institution. As a result, SME often struggle to secure external financing, forcing them to operate on smaller scale. They often rely heavily on personal saving or informal support from family members to keep their business running. Other than that, limited manpower may further restrict their operation capabilities, and the lack of access to relevant market information can hinder their ability to make informed and strategy discussion.
There are several rules of SME in Malaysian context. Some of it are engine of growth economy, poverty reduction, and enhancing the economic development. Firstly, engine of growth economy. SME plays an important role to employment opportunities because of a large portion of businesses and employment in the country. Major sources of technological advancement, especially in niche market, and product innovation because of the act as the foundation for entrepreneurship, encouraging local innovation and the development of new market. Next, poverty reduction. SME help alleviate poverty in underdeveloped and rural areas by providing employment to poor and low-income workers. And other than that, SME reducing regional disparities by operating less developed or remote areas, spreading economic activity across the country. Finally, enhancing the economic development. The contribution of SME in enhancing the economic development and fulfilling the social needs of the nation indicates their important role in strengthening the country to face resilient challenges in today's knowledge economy.
I'll be talking about three major challenges that may small and medium enterprise or SME face when trying to secure loans from financial institutions. These include the lack of collateral, weak financial documentation, and poor credit history. Firstly, many SMEs lack collateral. Unlike big companies, SMEs often don't own valuable fixed assets like land or buildings. However, banks typically require collateral as a form of security before approving any loan. Without it, banks view the SME as a high-risk borrower. This can lead to the loan application being rejected, or in some cases, only a small loan amount being offered, which might not be enough to help the business to grow. Secondly, weak financial documentation is a major issue. Many SMEs don't keep proper record or produce formal financial report. Some don't even have audited financial statement. As a result, banks struggle to understand the true financial condition of the business. Without clear documents like income statement or balance sheet, banks can't evaluate whether the SME is financially healthy enough to repay the loan. This makes it harder to get approval. Luckily, poor credit history is also a common challenge. Some SMEs have no loan history at all, especially if they are newly established. Others may have issues in the past, like making late payment or even defaulting on loans. Banks look at credit report to decide whether to approve a loan. So if an SME has a low credit score or bad history, the bank may see them as too risky to lend, even if the business is currently doing well.
In conclusion, small and medium enterprises are not just small businesses, they are the backbone and lifeblood of Malaysia's economy. Their presence can be seen in every corner of the country, from food stalls and tailoring shops in villages to high-tech startups and logistic firms in the city. SMEs have proven time and again that they can create jobs, solve problems, serve communities and help the economy grow, especially when larger corporations may be slow or absent. If Malaysia continues to invest in the success of its SMEs by making financing easier, cutting red tape, supporting innovation and offering training, then SMEs will not only survive, but thrive. In doing so, they will help build a more inclusive, balanced and sustainable economy that benefits everyone, from big cities to rural towns. Supporting SMEs is not just about helping business owners, it is about building a better future for all Malaysians.